God really dwelt among men, and he did it on a real piece of geography on the other side of the planet. And I got to go there and see it.
He was there. He walked those same places that we were, and it just brought it all alive for me.
One man changed everything.
Jesus said, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." In the book of Galatians, in chapter 4, Paul writes, "But when the fullness of the time had come, God sent forth his Son, born of a woman, born under the law." Out of all the ways God could have enacted salvation to reconcile sinful and broken humanity back to himself, he chose one, to send his Son, God in flesh, to come and redeem humanity. And out of all the ways he could have done that, he chose relational disciple making. Discipleship is at the heart of what Montana Bible College is all about. Therefore, we'd like to invite you to join us on a study tour in Israel, examining the life and ministry of Jesus as the disciple maker.
All of this didn't take place in some other reality that it's easy to think about sometimes. Having been there, he was there. He walked those same places that we were, and it just brought it all alive for me.
Through this experience, I think the Lord challenged me to think more about the humanity of the people in the Bible stories.
I know in having taken Bible study methods how important Bible study is. Understanding the context, the setting, the audience, the language. Going to Israel is what gives you the setting and gives you the context.
I've been to Israel multiple times, and this trip is different. There is more to see and to learn in Israel than a year could exhaust. So what's different? This trip isn't about going to a place. Who is Jesus? What did he do while he was here? Why did God come in the flesh as a man? How are our lives changed as a result?
The first 3 days of the trip will be visiting Bethlehem, Jerusalem, and the surrounding areas. From there, we'll head north to the region of Galilee. We'll spend the next 4 days in the area where Jesus was raised, where he made disciples, where he taught and ministered to others. The last 3 days, we will follow Jesus as he set his face like flint towards Jerusalem, towards his crucifixion, and ultimately his resurrection. Jesus spent his life making disciples. In the Great Commission, he commands those who are his followers or his disciples to go and do likewise, to make disciples who can make disciples. That decision and that life changed the course of human history.
It's different from sightseeing in that you really delve into Scripture. You take a look at specific stories and specific sites, and then you play out the story as it would have at that actual site. It's not you go and look at just the archaeological significance or the significance to history, but the significance to your faith and how it should change your life.
The trip was centered around Jesus as a disciple maker and teaching us how we should view disciple making in our lives. Whoever sees me should see that I've been with Christ. It was a testimony in itself.
Jesus met people where they were, and that's something that I need to be able and willing to do, is meet people where they are in their situation. Bringing the Bible to life is just unlike anything else you could do anywhere else in the land of Israel.
I think it's a great capstone for the 4 years at MBC. You get to go with a lot of your classmates and you get to build relationships and strengthen bonds. And then you get to spend time really talking about discipleship and how Jesus did it. And that's what MBC is all about. It's about growing and about learning, and it will change your life.
If we were ever going to go to Israel, what better way to do it than on a study tour with the people we know from Montana Bible College? So there's just so much. I would go on that trip again in a heartbeat. It was just a blessing.
This trip is a journey. It's not about visiting a place. It's about following a life, the life of Jesus.
come join us in this study tour to Israel to follow the life and ministry of Jesus and learn to be disciple makers as he was.